Hey YouTube, welcome to this week's video. I'm Aaron Ross, and this week we're going to talk about photo books and why they're important to have in your life and to review. Now for me, before I jump into examples, I want to talk about why I have started a small but growing collection of photo books, and it really comes down to inspiration. There are so many photographers out there that have their own point of view on street photography, landscapes, whatever it is, portraits, that they're bringing their own unique perspective and craft to photography, that there's so much that we can learn from. And so by having photo books from some of these photographers to look through, to study their images, to see what speaks to me, is going to allow me to better understand what I think might speak to others as I'm going about my photography. And I want to be clear that it's not about copying. There's a very clear difference between being inspired by and copying another person's work. And so going through these, I'm not looking for, oh, I need to go make that composition. Oh, I need to go try that exact lighting setup. But it's to be inspired with, oh, they're doing something different there. What is it? What is it about this image that I like? Now, when I go approach my work, how can I incorporate that concept? Maybe it is a tactical skill, but it's applying it to my own unique work. And so I just want to be clear from the get-go that I am not telling you to go get photo books so you can copy and be exactly like somebody else, because you won't be successful being somebody else. It's all about being you and saying your message through your own photography. So I want to highlight a few photographers and photo books that I have relied on recently as well as over the years to really keep me motivated, to keep me inspired as I'm making photography. And the first photo book or series of photo books that I want to start with is Sean Tucker. Now over the last few years, he has been making annual photo books. He started in 2007 with collection 1. He started in 2017 with collection 1 and has done them consecutively 2018 and 2019. I believe at the time of this recording that he still has some of his 2019 collection 3 available. So go ahead and check out his YouTube channel, his Instagram, his website. I'm sure you can find a link to his website and see if you might be able to pick one of these up. But for me, he is a street photographer in London, and he does both black and white and color images, and his use of light is just inspiring to me. He finds these little dapples of light, I would call them, falling on certain subjects. He also infuses his photo books with a lot of quotes and inspiring messages that might keep you motivated. And for me, you can see things like this image here, just, it's inspiring to me. I don't know why, but it speaks to me. And so, because I don't know why, I want to spend time enjoying this image, studying this image, more than just scrolling on Instagram. I can spend time with this image, see it in print, and see the lines of light, how they were matching the lines in the what looks to be a fence behind the subject there, and really understand what that would mean to apply that to my own photography. Now, another YouTuber and Instagrammer who just put out a photo book is Evan Ramph. He's based out of Atlanta, and he put out a photo book called Something to Say. And I picked one of these up because for me, Evan uses colors really, really well. The way that he edits his images and the colors he infuses in them is just really motivating for me to keep going, because I know I'm not there yet in the way that he finds colors. Now you can see just a couple of examples here, just this what looks to be a road or an underpass, and the graffiti and colors along the side that just really pop in his images. And so that's when I'm out there looking at street photography, trying to take images here in Chicago, I'm looking for those same things to see if I can find those colors in a way that I haven't seen them before. And for me personally, I'm a Braves fan. I love Atlanta. and so everything about Atlanta just keeps me excited. Also on the shelf, I have a few others, but I have the Humans of New York book from Brandon Stanton. He has millions of followers. I'm sure you are aware of who he is and his work, but that type of street portrait and spending time with somebody on the streets is something that I strive to do more of. I have a certain project in mind that has been inspired by this work and being able to tell people's story in a more personal manner as opposed to just street photography in that in the moment as they're passing by and you never know who they are. And so if you aren't aware of his work, make sure and check it out. And the last photo book that I wanted to highlight here that keeps me motivated, particularly when I go on trips out to nature and I'm taking more landscape photography, is a book that my sister actually gifted me. And it's The National Parks: An American Legacy by Shive. Shive has traveled all over this country capturing the national parks in the US. We have such an amazing, diverse landscape here in our country that there are so many ways to take images and so many places to take images of that just vary so widely. And for me, nature is a special place. I have a lot of great memories out in nature and just the way that it calms my soul. And so before going on trips, this is one that I'm now, although this is a recent gift, this is one that I'm going to use as inspiration to go on trips. Something just as simple as these mountains and maybe some of that haze or fog, I'm not 100% sure, in that valley, and just the simple textures that provides. So it's not always about the grand vistas and the huge mountain peaks, but that it's about some of those smaller details. And so for me, it's a good reminder of when I'm going out and doing some landscape photography of what's possible when I'm making my own images. So those are the photo books that I wanted to highlight for you today and talk a little bit about why photo books are important to have in your life as a photographer and being inspired by others. So if you have any photo books that you recommend, that you go to for inspiration, leave those down in the comments. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, as we'll have more photography content coming your way, and remember to just get started.